by New Health. Fall is in the air, backpacks are packed, and it's time to focus on your family's health. You're invited to keep your crew feeling their best and ready to tackle the new school year with New Health. New Health offers a full range of medical, dental, pharmacy, and behavioral health services with many locations throughout Stevens County. Their team of dedicated professionals are here to provide comprehensive care for everyone in your family. Appointments are available now by calling 509-935-6004. New Health, bringing healthcare into communities and communities into healthcare since 1978. And by Fired Up Pizza. Fired Up Pizza, located at 206 East Main Avenue in downtown Chewelah, offers craft beverages and brick oven-fired pizza, including a variety of sandwiches, salads, pasta, and homemade soups. Featuring weekly events such as bingo, karaoke, and live music. Fired Up Pizza also has space for your private event and offers both in-house and off-site catering services. Open daily at 11:30 a.m. for lunch and dinner. For more information, visit their Facebook page or contact Fired Up Pizza at 509-936-9121. Fired Up Pizza is a proud supporter of public radio in Stevens County.
Your KCHW morning show made possible by a donation from God-Fearing Brothers Auto Center. God-Fearing Brothers specializes in auto services, including repair, maintenance, and detailing. They also stock a full selection of tires, make glass repairs, offer towing, and have an auto sales lot on the corner of Highway 395 and Main Street at the light. For more information, you can visit the Auto Service Center at 806 East Main in Chewelah. Find them online at godfearingbrothers.com or by phone at 509-935-6414. KCHW-FM thanks God-Fearing Brothers for supporting public radio in Stevens County.
And by Chewelah Flooring.
Chewelah Flooring at 214 East Clay in the 3rd Street Mall offers a wide variety of products including carpet, ceramic and porcelain tile, vinyl and laminate planks, and vinyl sheet flooring. Chewelah Flooring carries products for both commercial businesses and residential homes, including brands like National Flooring, Dell Tile, Mannington, and Mohawk. They also offer blind repair. For more information, you can visit online at ChewelahFlooring.com, call 509-935-8021, or via email at ChewelahFlooring@gmail.com.
This is KCHW 102.7.
My dear guests, I am Mr. Rourke, your host. Welcome to Fantasy Island.
The plane.
That's my one.
Sorry. Let me take away your thunder. And
Surprise!
surprised me. Wow, good morning. It is your KCHW morning show. We are full of surprises today. It is Thursday, December 5th.
Woo!
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. How are you, Scott?
All right. Chuck, I bugged your house.
Oh, I
and
know.
I had a little clip of one of your unhappy Thanksgiving guests.
Okay.
Right? I'd like to play that for everyone.
Was it my
okay?
dog?
No.
What kind of a Thanksgiving dinner is this? Where's the turkey, Chuck? Don't you know anything about Thanksgiving dinners? Where's the mashed potatoes? Where's the cranberry sauce? Where's the pumpkin pie?
Is that the way it went, Chuck?
I burnt the turkey. We did not have mashed potatoes. We did have cranberry sauce.
You burnt the turkey.
I did. I
Wow.
burnt. So I followed this recipe. It was a recipe for a spatchcock turkey. It was supposed to be a 2-hour turkey. The instructions I followed, not paying attention, were for like a 35-pound bird. This guy had this massive turkey. Mine was a 12-pound turkey. So I cooked it at a very high temperature for an hour, and it just came out. It was not quite the Christmas vacation turkey, but it was pretty close.
Welcome. Tonight we're having turkey jerky.
A good portion of it got chopped up and fed to the dogs with their food.
Oh, that's so sad.
So they enjoyed it, but
I'm sure a good time was had by all, though, right?
Oh, it was. It was. Well, our ham is always the star of our dish anyway, so,
Not sure why I keep turning red. I am not. If you're watching online, I am not holding my breath.
It's your
It looks like
shirt.
I'm about to burst, but we'll work on that in a minute. Let's roll out some weather and what the kids are having for breakfast and lunch. First, 36 for your high today. Areas of patchy fog this morning, sunshine and clouds in the afternoon. Overnight low down to 28, partly cloudy skies. For your Friday, 34 and 31 with morning fog and afternoon clouds. Saturday, 36 and 31 with a rain-snow mix at 80%. Sunday right now, morning clouds, afternoon sun, again, 20% chance of precip. High of 37, low of 25. Back to work Monday right now, 34 and 27 under partly cloudy skies. Looks like weather next week staying pretty consistent with temperatures just above freezing and cloudy skies.
All right. And don't forget, that's our 49 degrees north mountain resort weather report and ski condition report. I have the ski conditions right here. It looks like there hasn't been any new snow in the last 72 hours. At the base, there is a snow depth of 17 inches. Current temperature 19 degrees. Light winds, good visibility, no precipitation, and partly cloudy skies. Up at the summit, a total snow depth of 44 inches. 34 degrees currently. It's got that mountain inversion thing. I did a little studying about that, where it gets warmer at the top of the mountain than the bottom. It's an interesting sort of phenomenon that happens.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, sort of same thing. Light winds, good visibility.
Same thing happens to me.
Right? And 49 degrees north mountain resort is open 5 days a week, Friday through Tuesday. So not open on Wednesdays or Thursdays. There you go. That has been your 49
And that
degrees
report
north.
brought to you by 49 Degrees North.
There you go.
All right.
There you go. Awesome. We're happy to have them as our newest sponsor. Thank you, guys.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Wonderful,
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look. Chuck, y'all pulled up with what the kids are eating for breakfast and lunch, and can you decipher that?
I am. Well, yes. You know what? Today has a clear day. There's a lot of images in the background. Make these kind of hard to read. Today is easy. It looks like we have French toast sticks with syrup, fruit or juice, or fruit breakfast parfait with granola. Also, again, fruit or juice, or a variety of cereal with a cheese stick or yogurt. I probably don't recommend dipping the cheese stick in the yogurt, although, I don't judge. Option number 4 is bread or muffin with a cheese stick or yogurt, once again, and fruit and juice. Then for lunch, we have, this one is a little more difficult to read, mac and cheese with garlic toast and a fruit and veggie. So stick your mac and cheese carbs on top of your bread carbs and have your kids work it off by the time they get home.
All right, moving on to community events. Today, you've got the food bank open from 10 to 2. It is also a First Thursday art walk beginning at 5 o'clock, touring the streets of downtown Chewila, looking at art and maybe some snacks, some food, some drinks, and a good time.
Yeah.
All right. And then 7 to 9, it is the Winter Wonderettes, the Springfield High edition. And I believe if I caught my notification, that's happening at the Chewila Center for the Arts tonight.
Yeah. And, if you've never heard them before, I mean, have you ever heard the Winterettes with, Jessica Setti and I think, I don't want to name the other names because I can't remember all who's in them.
Melissa Curie, Kelly Tilla, Tiffany Warren, and I've heard different combinations of those girls singing, and it's always amazing.
They are phenomenal. We had a meeting at the Aaron Huff Center, and people came down from our meeting, and they're like, "Oh, who's playing this music?" And they were in Cindy's piano room practicing. And like 3 other people thought, no, I thought they were playing something loud over the air on the radio or a recording. I didn't realize those were actual people in there singing. They sounded so professional and so good and so clean. It's really impressive.
All right, the lowdown. So December 5th, 6th, and 7th, 7 p.m. December 8th, a matinee at 2, and then again at 7 p.m. Tickets, Acres United Drug and Valley Drug Store. Support them on their opening night tonight. Could be awesome, too. Go around and do the First Thursday Art Walk, catch some great music. Yeah, you're supporting the arts, and, of course, then supporting the Chewila Center for the Arts, too. We love that.
Yeah, I want to go, but...
Okay.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. I might have to miss it, but I'll catch him next time.
All right. Then Friday, and Chuck, I'm going to turn this over to you for Saturday because I know you had the show with the girls yesterday, and you'll have the lowdown on this. But wrap it up Friday here at Chewila Chamber of Commerce meeting in the morning, beginning at 7. Those take place, of course, out at the casino. Adult pickleball in the Mystic Cafe, 9 to 11, and that's taking place at the Old Middle School. And then again Friday night, the Winter Wonderettes at the Chewila Center for the Arts, and this is the Springfield High edition. Catch the ladies at 7 o'clock.
There we go. And Saturday
Big day.
is a big day. So we start things off over at the Guess Elementary School cafeteria with pancakes with Santa. There's going to be pancakes, pictures with Santa Claus. This is free to the public. Everybody's welcome to join. Then from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., we have the annual City Sidewalk Celebration. There are 3 different markets happening at the same time. Within City Sidewalks, there's the Sugar Plum Fairy Market. That's done by Shannon that does the Fun in the Sun Fair. The Friday market is going to have the Christmas fair, which is going to be sort of an old European sort of feel Christmas fair in the street. And then inside the Aaron Huff Memorial Cultural Center, we have Chewville with lots of vendors, live music, dancing, stuff going on all day. We have a new mayor this year that's being inaugurated. Our last mayor ran off to the tropics with some lady. But he will be joining us. He has a slideshow presentation to give us about his reasons for his resignation and leaving Chewville so suddenly. And then our new mayor, Shad Brafer, is going to be inaugurated. We'll have a ceremony for him. It'll be a lot of fun. It'll be a bit out there, but the Grinch has promised that he's not going to start a scene or cause any trouble. So
Joe's going to be good.
Yeah, right.
Good luck with that.
Right. So we'll see. Well, hopefully the Grinch doesn't cause too many problems, but I have a feeling he might be there. And of course, City Sidewalks brought to you by the Chewila Chamber of Commerce, the Chewila Farmers Market, Santa's Sugar Plum Market, the Chewila Creative District, and KCHW 102.7.
Whoop whoop.
There you go. It's going to be a good one.
All right. We should give the Warriors Against Cancer, the Valley Warriors
yes,
Against Cancer, a plug too,
because
because they have something going on at the Legion.
Yeah, I was just getting there. I was so proud of myself for not screwing any of that up, Scott.
Sorry.
I had to revel in it for a moment. Okay. All right, yeah, so the Christmas Bazaar is...
I know what Chuck likes. He had it happen to him. He was telling us during a meeting that people started chanting his name. So I'll go, Chuck,
no.
Chuck. Could be worse. Chuck.
That's more what I'm used to. That's just my wife telling me to do the dishes. All right, so on Saturday from 10 to 3, this is at the Chewila American Legion, is a 4th Christmas Bazaar going on at the same time. This is to benefit the Valley Warriors Against Cancer. There's going to be hot soup, cookies, and craft booths, and a silent auction. The auction ends at 2:30, and there's going to be raffle drawings throughout the day. That's a good cause, and just a quick jaunt around the corner. So
All right.
Lots of stuff going on.
Sunday, Winter Wonderettes again, 7 to 9. And then if you're into some music, there's the Fired Up Pizza Blues Jam at 4 o'clock with a bunch of our DJs.
Yeah, hosted by the Dinosaurs.
We just got to get a KCHW banner and put it behind the band.
Let's see. There's
Make them take it everywhere.
There's Doug McQuain, who does who's Dirt Road Doug. He does our Wednesday evening blues show. There's Craig McQuain, who obviously is with us Friday mornings, and he's been doing a lot of other stuff. Had a great show here over the weekend. Really, really great show.
Awesome.
And then we have Old Man Mark, who's always there, who's our Friday night DJ. So there's a couple of them we still need to recruit. Get over here, but we're working on it.
Funny, all these musicians becoming DJs. And then right now you've got 2 DJs that can't play any instruments.
Right?
That's why we're DJs.
Last time I tried to play an instrument on stage, I stopped halfway through the song and said, "All right, that's all I got. Bye."
Yeah.
With my mandolin.
I had some buddies are in a band. They invite me over, and their drummer doesn't show up, and they go, "Well, anybody can keep a beat. Scott, hop on the drums." And within 3 to 5 minutes, it was Scott. You can't drum.
I can play the didgeridoo if that counts.
Yeah.
So,
all right. There's our community calendar taking you through the weekend. Did I miss anything, Chuck?
Oh no. I just wanted to add a little bit. Talk about the concert we had on Saturday. It was. I want to thank everybody involved for that. It was really a great show. Craig and those guys. They worked so hard. Craig, Will, Rob, at getting stuff set up and getting all that sounding really good. And I think at least over the air and over the streaming and everything, it's the best sounding show that I've been a part of here yet.
Good.
So it really came out nice. And someone came up to me afterwards and said the neatest thing. They said, I've been listening to Craig and his bands play here forever, countless events, playing in this thing and that thing. I've heard them a bunch. Tonight, I discovered them.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a really cool thing because having that intimate concert in here really is different than having them sort of being in the background as you're eating or in a bar or at an event,
Sure.
when all the
Sure.
attention's
Full
focused.
focus.
Yeah,
Full focus and up front.
yeah, and having the
All right,
sound
we
balance.
missed a couple.
Yep.
I did
we
fine.
did. Okay.
Okay. Providence St. Joseph Hospital, they do this every year. It's their winter silent auction, their holiday auction with those baskets. This is operated, they're operated under Providence Inland Northwest Foundation. It's their silent auction. You can get in on this at Acres United Drug in the craft area or at the St. Joseph Hospital itself in the cafeteria. So this is a silent auction. It's running through the 17th. Bids are going to close at 10:45 on the 17th. So if you're used to supporting this, mark that down. If you're going to support it for the first time, mark that down. You got to make your bids by the 17th. Providence St. Joseph's Hospital, this is their comment, is dedicated to promoting and advancing the welfare of Providence St. Joseph Hospital by conducting fundraising activities annually. Guild funds benefit local health occupation scholarships. It's going to a good cause. In the past, I know they've done one for students and then one for adults, including a renewable Dollars for Scholars and a Chihuahua Rural Ambulance EMS training scholarship to help them out. So a good cause there to get involved with. The other one was sent in by one of our morning show co-hosts, Val.
Yeah.
She's really enthusiastic about the Deer Park Eagles, and she wanted us to give a plug to their Breakfast with Santa. Now, this is a little different because it's actually, I've never seen one so late in the season. It's happening Saturday, December 21st. I don't know how they talk Santa into this because it's so close to Christmas. It'll be going on from 8 until 11. Breakfast with Santa, free pancake, egg, and sausage breakfast with fruit juice and hot cocoa, and of course, free pictures with Santa. Eagles, if you've never been to the Deer Park Eagles, it's 12 West South Avenue in Deer Park. I've even broadcast live from there before.
Really?
I had some good times.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
He is really busy, but I think he manages to do special appearances here and there that late in the season. But
okay,
he might have a body double. He sends out.
Maybe it's because I'm always on the bad list.
You never see him at all, Scott.
All right, there we go. We are wrapped up with community events. And unless Chuck thinks I missed something, we will move along this morning. Just a few news headlines. We'll try to stay with there's some, bad stuff always in the news. Try to steer away from that a little bit. Drew Barrymore surprised Wicked star Ariana Grande with the original Glenda wand from the 1939 Wizard of Oz on her talk show.
Wow.
Wonder what that cost.
Gosh, I can't even imagine.
Let's see. Hoping to salvage his nomination to lead the Defense Department after reports of sexual misconduct and alcohol abuse, Pete Hegseth met with Senate Republicans to rally support.
Of course.
And as we've learned in Washington, it doesn't matter if you have a criminal history. In the last House race to be called, Democratic challenger Adam Gray officially flipped California's 13th congressional district by just 187 votes. Wow. Republicans still hold a slim House majority with 220 seats compared to the Dems' 215. Supreme Court heard a landmark case challenging Tennessee's law that bans gender-affirming care for transgender minors, which could affect access to care nationwide. Let's see. Instagram is full of Spotify screenshots. It must be wrapped season. Taylor Swift, The Weeknd, and Bad Bunny were the most listened to artists of the year, according to the company's annual listening stats. Not a big surprise. Taylor Swift, The Weeknd, and Bad Bunny. New Netflix spy series, Black Dove, starring Keira Knightley.
Oh.
Wow, I haven't heard. She hasn't been in anything in forever. Wow.
No, she hasn't.
On the ice, it's the Flyers seek to continue their winning streak when they face the Panthers, 7 p.m. Eastern, ESPN+. Who doesn't love a little Christmas competition? The season premiere of the Great Christmas Light Fight airs on ABC at 8 p.m. Chuck plans on winning it this year by totally decorating his house and his neighbors, without their permission, house lights.
Every square inch and the yard in between.
And with a stunning 10 consecutive wins under the belt, the Lions take on the Packers in a must-see matchup at 8:15 p.m. on that's Eastern time, of course, on Prime Video. On the court, Warriors minus stars Steph Curry and Draymond Green face off against the Rockets at 10 p.m. Eastern on NBA TV. That's and that's actually NBC Sports. Okay, all right, cool. There you go. Woof, woof.
I gotta say, in sports, the Seahawks 3 wins in a row after dropping almost 5 in a row or 4. 5 out of 6 they lost, and after starting the season 4-0, and now they've come back, and they've won 3 in a row.
Finding their groove, maybe, right?
Well, the last one they struggled against a not very good Jets team, and barely managed to squeak out a win. But today they have a rematch against the Rams, the Cardinals, who they beat just 2 weeks ago. So.
Changes coming to Social Security. Real quick, Social Security Administration announced these changes to address inflation and financial stability for over 70 million recipients. Cost of living adjustment this year, 2.5%. Changes to affect retirees' disability payment recipients and Veterans Affairs beneficiaries with potential future increase in the full retirement age, making it 68.
Oh.
Yeah. By the time you get up there, Chuck, you're gonna have to be like 80 before you get Social Security.
That's okay, because that is the prime age to start running for politics.
There you go.
Yeah. By the time I'm 90,
cap
I'll
for
be
taxable
president.
earnings set to increase from $160,000 to $176,000. So if you make more than that, you're going to have to pay some taxes. I think that's it for that Social Security update. Chinese hacking on our cell phones. Have you heard about this, Chuck?
No. What's going on there?
AT&T and Verizon both hacked. Your phones are at risk. Federal officials warning of the ongoing Chinese hacking operation targeting American cell phones and recommending using encryption to hide communications from Beijing spies. Now, something you want to know is if you're going iMessages to iMessages, it's already encrypted. If you're going Google Messages to Google Messages, it's already encrypted. But if you're just going Google Messages to somebody's text number, something like that, it's not encrypted and you're not safe. Government actually advising us to use those slimy apps, Signal and WhatsApp, because they are encrypted.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, WhatsApp is a known place to get scammed. So I don't know if that's better, but there you go. Encryption technology scrambles messages, requires a unique key to unscramble, making it difficult for hackers to intercept and decipher your communications. Maybe not send your Social Security number through text. Or banking information, stuff like that. You're probably safe. But your phone could be at risk.
They're going to have a heck of a time with my wife sending me messages about getting bacon on the way home, or paper towels, or those funny gifts I like to send to my friends.
All right, something you never think about, I've never thought about. A Walmart employee has went viral for warning customers to check the toilet paper rolls in the bathrooms at your Walmart or anywhere that you go. Because IV drug users have a thing they started doing, and they clean their needle on the toilet paper roll by jabbing the needle into the toilet paper roll. Yeah. They actually tell you to, if you can, look inside for red spots on the sides of the toilet paper, directly into the toilet paper. If you see holes in your toilet paper, don't use it. Big thing here is he recommends, and I'd say this is probably good for anywhere. Bring your own toilet paper or some wipes or something. There you go. Scary.
If at all possible, try to go at home. I know sometimes you have to go when you're out, but try to take those extra few minutes before you leave the house. Make sure you got to do what you got to do.
All right. That's all I got for news headlines, Chuck. I think we can move along to Bits and Breaks, where Chuck will have this morning's first joke.
I do. I've got a joke for you, Scott. So 2 mothers were talking about their sons. The first one said, my Sam is such a saint. He works so hard, doesn't do drugs, and he hasn't so much as looked at a woman in over 2 years. The other woman said, well, my Daniel is a saint himself. Not only hasn't he not looked at a woman in over 3 years, he hasn't touched a drop of liquor in all that time. My word, the first mother said. You must be so proud. I am, the second mother said. And when he's paroled next month, I'm going to throw him a big party.
That's one way to stay clean.
Right.
Real estate agent was showing a house to a couple. This house, he says, has both its good points and its bad points. To show you that I'm honest, I'm going to tell you about both. The disadvantages are there's a chemical plant about a block south and a slaughterhouse about a block north. And the couple asks, what are the advantages then? Well, the advantage is you'll always be able to tell which way the wind is blowing. So the town I lived in used to have a paper mill.
Yeah.
You probably know, are hugely stinky. Name of the town's Lincoln. They actually, everyone in the state calls it, still to this day, Stinkin' Lincoln.
Well, the same way they used to have them outside of Tacoma, hence the Tacoma aroma.
Tacoma aroma. I lived there when that was going on, and it was some days, on a good day, you could even smell it in Seattle.
You know, when I was a kid, we lived in Findlay in Washington, and we lived on my grandparents' farm, and at the other end of the fields were all these fertilizer plants that made, fertilizer, and the smell that came off of those would make your eyes burn. Probably not good to be breathing that stuff. Yeah.
Wouldn't think so.
Yeah.
All right, Jack, how about 4 things we didn't know yesterday? Educate us.
I live to educate, Scott. That's what I do best. Just ask my kids. They'll tell you I'm lying. 86% of Americans think they are above average in intelligence. I think most of them are wrong. At least At least 36% of them are wrong. The German Postal Service once delivered a letter to the correct address 286 years late. It was mailed in 1718.
Wow.
Wouldn't that be cool to get?
They don't live here anymore.
Sorry, they just wrote return to sender and put it back in the mailbox. I don't know, darn post office.
Should I open this?
Wow. And just like us, chimpanzees have a secret handshake. Yep.
Is it like one for all chimpanzees, or is each club different? That's what I want to know.
I would assume that each one has a different one. Maybe they make up their own.
I think so.
I don't. Is there maybe an inherent biological knowledge of the secret handshake between chimpanzees?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Like cows that won't step through white lines because they think it's great.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty funny to watch those videos. And then over the course of a lifetime, a woman spends about 2 years getting ready to leave the house.
Come on, honey.
That seems low to me.
All right. Next one we got today, we're going to go back and forth on these. These are cute. These are great tweets that I dug up from the internet. These are always fun. I'm going to kick it off with one from Rachel. She says, the last time I went to urgent care, I checked off excessive crying on the symptom list. And the nurse got really confused and told me that was meant for babies.
That's fair. That's fair.
Okay.
I don't want to die doing something I love. I want to die doing something I hate. That way I don't have to finish it.
That's good.
I like that.
Yeah. I think this person said, Lewis says, I think the best part of being a flight attendant has to be when you walk down the aisle looking at everyone in the face and calling them trash to their face. Trash. Well, yes, I am.
I'm never going to think of that the same ever again.
Next time you're on a plane and they come down with that and she says trash, say, what'd you call me?
And she'll probably look at you straight in the face and say, trash.
Oh, trash.
Wow.
I'm turning all red again. Watch this trick, though. Talk to the hand. And I'm white again.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the camera.
That's weird. All right. So I just tried on this person said I just tried on a coat in, this says TK, probably misspelling, TJ Maxx. It was the coat of a customer trying on another coat. I can never leave the house again.
Oh, could you imagine? You pick up the coat and you're like, oh, it fits good. Put your hands in the pockets and there's somebody's wallet in there and their keys.
Oh, wow. That's nice.
Oopsie.
You know, that's similar to driving a Subaru. We had a silver Subaru Outback one time. I can't tell you how many times be out in the parking lot, hop into the wrong car.
Ooh.
Or go to open the door and the door's locked. You're like, what the heck? And you try the key and like, this isn't working at all. And then like turn around and I did that once. Someone was standing there. Like, what are you doing to my car? And then I just
like it, really.
Luckily, I happened to look behind me and see my car parked right behind us. I'm like, oh my God, that's my car. And he laughed. He's like, oh, I do that all the time.
Yeah. All right, Shane says, my mom would wake up early just to cut the crust off my sandwiches for lunch. She knew the crust was my favorite part. She hated me so much. Wow.
Wow. Oh, man. So crabs always look like they're walking themselves out of an awkward situation.
That's why I leave somebody's house. I do the crab walk.
All right. I'm just going to back up now. Bye. Yeah. Crab walk out of there.
When parents say to your kids, go to your room and think about what you've done, it's really good practice for what you'll do every night as an adult.
Right? Sit there, laying in bed, not being able to sleep. Why did I say that? Why didn't I do that? Yep. The serving size for pizza is until you hate yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, every time.
And it's always after the last piece and you finish it that it hits you that you had 2 extra pieces.
Right. And before that last piece, you always debate like, oh, I'm not really hungry. It's just so good. I'll just have this one more slice. And it's never a good idea.
Never enough. All right. So this person is just like me. They put, when someone tells me great question, I never hear their answer because I'm busy congratulating myself for asking such a great question.
Good job, Scott. Yeah.
I love it. One of life's greatest pleasures is to watch 2 idiots agree on something and then hear one of them say, great minds think alike. Right, Scott?
It's true. All right. This tweet was, most cutting thing you can say to anyone is, who's this clown? Because it implies they're A, a clown, and B, not even one of the better known clowns.
Wow.
Losers.
Wow. All right. I like having conversations with kids. Grown-ups never ask me what my favorite reptile is.
Third favorite reptile.
Oh, third favorite reptile. I'm sorry.
As a kid will go, what's your favorite reptile? What's your second favorite reptile? What's your third favorite reptile? And that's when I say, I'm sorry, I can't name 3 reptiles.
Right. That is, even as an adult, that's a great icebreaker to ask somebody what their favorite dinosaur is. Yeah.
What's your second favorite dinosaur?
That would probably be the one that has the hard head that rams things like the Juggernaut.
And your third favorite dinosaur?
That would probably be I don't know. I can't name 3 dinosaurs, Scott.
My third favorite dinosaur is Fred.
Fred, yep. He's a great guy. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
If I were to bring you breakfast into bed, just thanks is good enough. I don't like to hear things like, who are you and what you doing in my house? Just say thank you.
Oh, this next one is very important. Before marrying someone, listen long and hard to the sounds of their chewing, because that's the soundtrack to the rest of your entire life.
All right. Worst part about being a giraffe, Chuck, is having a lot of time to think about your mistakes, especially when you're sinking in quicksand.
Ooh. Oh, man. You're never getting out of that. And can you imagine how awkward it would be if you went on your pet's phone and found the thousands of pictures they have of you sleeping, especially your cat?
It's creepy. All right, moving along. It's Christmas tree trivia. These are things you might not know about the Christmas tree. You got your Christmas tree up yet, Chuck?
I have my Christmas tree. It's in a box in the attic. No, I don't. No, I still don't have my Halloween decorations down.
Oh,
yeah.
It takes me about, I'd say 10 seconds to put up my Christmas tree. I just open the little desk drawer and I pull out the tree and I turn the switch on and I set it on my counter. It's about 8 inches tall.
30 seconds, you have to replace the batteries.
Yeah. What's really nice is the only presents I can put under it are really tiny ones.
Hey, some of the most expensive stuff comes in tiny boxes.
Yeah, but I'm allergic to jewelry.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
Okay. All right. Christmas trees have been sold commercially in the United States since about 1850. Until fairly recently, all Christmas trees came from the forest. Yeah. I had no idea.
We talked a little bit about that yesterday, and sort of about how the whole Christmas tree farming came about, and we went on for a long time about it. Actually, it was pretty interesting stuff, though. Mm-hmm. Are we going round robin here?
Sure.
All right. 25 to 30 million Christmas trees are produced each year. 95% are shipped or sold directly from Christmas tree farms.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oregon, Michigan, Washington, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, and North Carolina are the top Christmas tree producing states. Pennsylvania and North Carolina? Okay.
That seems. Well, I guess it's temperate there. They can grow the trees more. They have a longer growing season, right? I guess maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oregon, obviously. The best-selling trees are Scotch pine, Douglas fir, noble fir, Fraser fir, Virginia pine, balsam fir, and white pine. So basically a whole bunch of them.
350,000 acres of land have been planted for Christmas trees.
Oh. I wonder what the environmental impact of that is. Is it beneficial because they're still trees, and you're not cutting them down from the forest? I bet you there's probably some benefits there. So
sure,
it's good. It's good for the environment. The industry employs over 100,000 people, full or part time. Many Christmas tree growers grow trees on a part time basis to supplement farm and non-farm income.
And more than 1,200 to 2,000 trees are usually planted per acre. On average, 750 to 1,500 of those trees will survive.
Oh.
That's not a very good ratio, really. 25%
really.
of them are going to die.
Right, especially if you plant 2,000 trees and only 750 survive. That's that's bad. That's bad. And then in North America, there are over 15,000 Christmas tree growers.
And we got one real close.
That's right. Oh, speaking of, we did leave something out for Saturday that wasn't on the calendar. At 3 p.m. is the Christmas tree lighting ceremony for the new tree right in front of City Hall.
Cool.
And that tree, again, donated by the Quartzsite Tree Farm right there outside of town. And this time, third time's the charm. Hopefully this one will make it. So the last one was transplanted and moved in the middle of the summer. I believe it was in one of the hottest days of the summer. Didn't make it. We've been assured that this one is the proper time of the year to transplant a tree of that nature, and they will be overseeing the care of this tree, or at least consulting.
So I get a warm fuzzy whenever the Chihuahua is going to light the tree.
Mm-hmm.
Because 1 year, because they had the one out in front of City Hall as well that they were lighting up, and days before, few weeks before, the news had spread around town that Mooch, the radio cat, had bit Mayor Dorothy while we were broadcasting live. Actually made her bleed.
Yeah.
All right. And she was very nice about it. The cop shop called me up as a joke and asked me if I was going to be there too, because they were coming to euthanize the cat for biting the mayor.
Wow.
But they didn't. Yeah, so this turned into this whole thing. So a few days go by. Now Mayor Dorothy's lighting the tree. And I'm standing beside Jared, because we're the two media guys, right? And he leans over and whispers in my ear as she's about to plug it in. It'd be so funny if your cat jumped out of the tree right now. And every time Dorothy came in the studio, the first thing she said to me is, "Where's the cat?" Don't touch your tummy. By the way, I'm the same way.
Yep.
All right.
If I touch your tummy,
as we roll into the new year, Chuck, some people might not know. Let's wrap up our joke section with these new rules for Washington and drivers. And I think we should go back and forth on these too. You want to kick it off?
Sure. So officials in Olympia have updated the driving rules for Washington, as you just said. Turn signals will give away your next move. A real Washington driver never uses them.
Yeah, we don't want you to know.
Keep them on their toes.
Mm-hmm. All right. Under no circumstances should you leave a safe distance between you and the car in front of you, or that space will be filled in by somebody else, putting you in an even more dangerous situation or further behind.
You don't want to do that.
No.
Crossing two or more lanes in a single lane change is considered going with the flow.
That's how everybody on the East Coast drives.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be on the freeway, 5 lanes, and there'll be a car that'll cut through 3 or 4 of them diagonally, and you're like, how did he not hit anybody?
I know in Tennessee, in Knoxville especially, there's a bunch of areas where the traffic every day gets congested for an hour or more. 8-10 lane highways that are just blocked up. People will rush so fast to get to those blocks in the road, and they will cut you off, and they'll go across 8 lanes of traffic and drive like maniacs just to get where they have to stop and sit for an hour.
I just want to be in pole position.
Yeah, right.
All right, as the news rules change at the beginning of the year, remember, the faster you drive through a red light, the smaller the chance you have of getting hit.
Yep, that's true. And, of course, braking is to be done as hard and as late as possible to ensure that your anti-lock brakes kick in, giving a nice, relaxing foot massage as that brake pedal pulsates.
Well, I got to do that for a deer the other day.
Did you? Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. Remember, never pass on the left when you can pass on the right.
That's right. That shoulder's not there for no reason. Yep. Always slow down and rubberneck when you see an accident, or even if someone's just changing a tire.
Yeah, because it causes a ripple effect
Yeah.
through the whole traffic behind you. Yeah.
It's a good neck exercise, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Throwing litter on the road adds a variety to the landscape and also gives adopt-a-highway crews something to clean up.
Ooh.
Wow, that's horrible.
Wow. And job security for those folks in the orange jumpsuits.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. State police cars passing at high speed may be followed in the event you need to make up a few minutes in your travel. What are they going to do? Turn around and pull you over too?
It's especially safe if their lights are on.
Right? Nobody's going to get in my way now.
Learn to swerve abruptly. Washington is the home of high-speed slalom driving thanks to the Washington Department of Transportation, which places potholes in various locations to test drivers' reflexes, especially in Stevens County.
Right? They like to do that.
Yeah.
And in the alley leading up to the radio station here.
And really, really small roundabouts to test your driving curve skills.
Well, that's okay. If the thing in the middle's low enough, you can just go straight right over the middle of them.
Over the top of it. Yeah. Which is good practice, too, because you never know when something shocking is going to happen.
Right? It's amazing how many roundabouts you see that have black tire tracks going straight through the middle, a big chunk of dirt missing off the top of that thing.
Well, if you hit that one in Deer Park fast enough, you can actually launch over the roundabout and end on the hill going up.
I have seen on that exact roundabout, that was when I was thinking of tire tracks leading up to it, and then about a 15, 20-foot gap, and then more tire tracks.
Great.
Scary stuff. That must have hurt. And last one here.
I don't know who gets the last one. You want to do it?
Sure, why not? Last one here. It is traditional in Washington to honk your horn at cars that don't move the instant the light changes.
Yes.
Although, I think you'll probably agree with me here. That does bother me. You know when the light's about to turn. You can see the other lights on the side turning yellow and getting to red. Don't just sit there and take your time. Oh, I guess the light's green. Well, I guess I'll put my foot on the gas now. Oh, nope, wrong pedal. Oh, there it is, the gas pedal. Now I'll start going.
So what you're saying, it's okay to honk at those people then?
Sometimes when the light turns green, go. I mean,
It's
you don't
just
have
a
to,
little wake-up call.
You don't have to gun it, but stop checking your makeup. You look fine. Put your phone down and put your foot on the gas and drive. Yeah.
All right. Let's see. We got a little bit. We got a few minutes before break. Can you handle some trivia questions?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, sure.
All right. Craig, while we were talking about him, heard us, chimed in online on Facebook. Chuck and Scott, thanks for the opportunity to serve. Looking forward to more wins. And then his question for you, Chuck, was since you couldn't name 3 reptiles, to name 3 amphibians.
Frog, newt, and salamander.
There you go. Look at that. So smart. Well, since you can rattle those off, try this.
The following program is closed captioned for the thinking impaired.
Come on, Chuck. Chuck.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. I want to have them answered immediately.
I regret telling you that now, Scott.
Huh?
Nothing. Yeah, I'm a big ant. I had a joke about amphibian, but with fan thrown in there, but I can't. I lost it. It's gone.
Okay, you lost it. Let's see if we get something you can pass. Today's trivia questions for Mr. Chuck Ritchie. I'm just trying to fill as I get there. Could you sing a song, Chuck? I was at the wrong side. There we go. Typical one of these is home to 6 billion dust mites. What is it?
That would be your bed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now you know why you get all itchy at night.
Right? I have this thing on my hand. I'm pretty sure I got bit by a spider about a week ago. I got this little lump starting on my hand, and it was burning and a little itchy, and it's been just getting bigger and bigger over the last week. I might have to go see a doctor.
I've gotten bites like that too. So,
Yeah.
Could be. 6 billion dust mites in your bed. That's I can't sleep. I feel like they're crawling on me.
Okay. Oh, they're crawling on you
see-
anyway.
64 countries have these on their national flags. All right. It's some kind of symbol. 64 countries have these on their national flags.
That's not a peace sign. Is it a cross?
Nope. I'll take that. The answer was religious symbols.
Okay.
So it might not actually just be, cross. Could be a star, things like that. All right. Japan, Chuck, has 430 of these.
Disney resorts.
Nope.
No. 430. Can you give me a hint of what kind of thing it is?
Wow.
Or would that give it away?
It's geological.
Oh, volcanoes.
You think Japan has 430 volcanoes, Chuck? You want to think that one through?
I think the U.S. does. Mountains.
Japan has one mountain. It's an island itself.
Okay.
They could have more. I'm lying.
I know. Is it gardens, like the big, beautiful public gardens?
I'll give you a hint. It's outside of Japan, but still Japan. 430 of them.
Oh. 400 are they more islands?
Yes, there you
okay.
go.
Okay.
Islands. 430 islands surrounding Japan. All right, Chuck, the average one of these lasts 20 minutes, and it's not what you're going to say.
The average one of these lasts 20 minutes. It is,
Which seems kind of long to me.
That seems kind of long. Is it entertainment related? Or is it...
Oh, well, no.
No. Because I was going to go with theme park ride, but that seems too long.
Average one of these lasts 20 minutes. It could be something fun. It could be horribly scary. It could be something you can't even remember.
Dream.
A dream. I kind of gave it away, but there you go. Whoop, whoop. Yeah? Dream?
Yeah.
Do you? Okay.
Sometimes. Do you ever have dreams that seem like they last, like, you swear you wake up and like, man, I had that same dream all night long. And I bet you those are those 20-minute dreams that are like, you remember the majority of it,
Could be. I don't really recall length of dreams, so
Yeah,
that's a
neither
tough
do I.
one for me.
But
All right.
it's
In
rare.
what sport does competition generally take place on a triangular race course?
A triangular race course. Is that like a triathlon?
No.
No. Is it a human race?
No.
No. Is it horse racing?
You ever seen horses run in a triangle?
No, I have not.
Okay. No, then.
Is it barrel racing? Well, I guess that's still horses.
Still horses, yeah.
I don't
It's
know.
not people. It's not animals.
Is it cars?
It is not cars.
What? Is it like
How many
hot air-
racing vehicles do you have left, Chuck?
Is it hot air balloons? I don't
No,
know.
they don't race.
Motorcycles?
That'd be the most boring race ever.
Right. We're gonna go take a
Hot air
nap.
balloon race.
We're gonna take a nap and be right back with the exciting action.
That's all you hear is wind.
I think it'd be really relaxing.
All right, it's not a car.
I don't. Not a
It's not a
motorcycle.
plane. What's racing, Chuck?
Not a motorcycle. A boat?
It's a boat, but I ain't giving it to you.
No, don't give it to me. By process of elimination.
It's not so much.
Yeah.
All right. This eating utensil, Chuck, was first brought to America in 1630 by Massachusetts Bay Colony Governor John Winthrop, who carried it around with him in a specially made velvet-lined leather case. What was he carrying?
A spork.
Well, you're half right.
Would that be the fork?
It was the fork. There you go.
Wow.
That's really right. I heard you say the fork. You wanted to say spoon, didn't you?
I did. However, the spork is my favorite eating utensil. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right. All right, we're going to do Spy the Lie, wrap up with that, and then we'll give you a chance to have some fun by answering wrong and winning.
Okay.
Spy the Lie. Dogs. Behind dogs and cats, the third most popular pet in the U.S. is fish. To own a vehicle, the average person will spend $185,000 over their lifetime. And on Christmas Eve, Americans will use 15,000 credit cards every second. Which one's a lie?
I think the car ownership price, the second one, is a lie.
That's a lie?
Yep.
All right, you're right. What do you think the average person spends on cars in their lifetime?
I don't know. I'm guessing it's more than that, probably over 300,000. But I think that's a hard one to do because the prices of automobiles shift so much. How do they have that information? Because 20 years ago, that number would be staggeringly different than it is today.
And then there's people like me that always buy clunkers.
Yeah, same.
So 650,000 is the average.
Okay,
and that covers gas repairs and buying and replacing ever so often. All right, good job.
650,000. That's crazy.
Say it again.
650,000. That's crazy.
It is. It is.
Wow.
That's more than a kid.
Right.
So just have more kids and make them carry everything.
Right. Wait till they turn 16 and say, "All right, you buy the car, drive me around."
Answer wrong and win, Chuck. Before we go to the break, what animal uses a birdhouse for a shelter?
A platypus.
What appliance do you use to clean your carpets?
That would be my refrigerator.
Name something women paint on their fingernails. That's a tough one.
Oh man, that would probably be I can't even think of something for this. Everything.
How do you make up a lie about that?
Have you seen some of those TikTok videos? Women will paint anything on their fingernails. I've seen homes, 3D models of homes built on people's fingernails.
Okay, so let's just skip that one.
Yeah.
Oatmeal is made of what?
Oatmeal is made of lost hopes and dreams.
Wow.
Actually, I shouldn't say that. I do love a good bowl of oatmeal every once in a while.
And your lost hopes and dreams.
Yep.
All right, we come back. Local birthdays, celebrity birthdays, a little bit of history, some odd news and more. But you got to stay right here on Northern Lights Public Radio. We are KCHW 102.7.
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Fine, I didn't want anything from you anyway.
We'll see that the humans remain entertained until the end.
It's 8:16.
Your KCHW morning show is made possible by donations from
Colville Toyota. Colville Toyota, located at 160 West 3rd Avenue in Colville, offers new and used vehicle sales and service. Vehicle sales is open 8:30 a.m. till 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday, with a Toyota Express Maintenance Center open 7:30 a.m. till 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. More information on Colville Toyota's vehicle inventory and services is available at colvilletoyota.com. A small-town dealership with a big heart.
and by Chihuahua Flooring.
Chihuahua Flooring at 214 East Clay in the 3rd Street Mall offers a wide variety of products including carpet, ceramic and porcelain tile, vinyl and laminate planks, and vinyl sheet flooring. Chihuahua Flooring carries products for both commercial businesses and residential homes, including brands like National Flooring, Dell Tile, Mannington, and Mohawk. They also offer blind repair. For more information, you can visit online at chihuahuaflooring.com, call 509-935-8021, or via email at chihuahuaflooring@gmail.com.
This is KCHW 102.7.
The Public News Service Tow Newscast, December the 5th, 2024. I'm Mike Clifford. A furious manhunt underway in Manhattan after the head of one of the nation's largest health insurers was gunned down Wednesday in what police called a brazen targeted attack. That from the New York Times. The Times reports video shows what investigators said was the pistol jamming during the shooting and the assailant quickly clearing the jam and resuming to fire. And on the video, Thompson collapses on the sidewalk before the gunman flees. Next, 2025 will bring a new record number of women serving in state legislatures nationwide.
More than 2,400 women will hold state legislative offices, representing more than 33%. Maine ranks 9th in the nation for state house gender parity, with women holding 43% of seats. Jean Sinsdak with the Center for American Women in Politics says she's pleased the trend is moving in the right direction.
We need to see bigger jumps in terms of the numbers of women running and getting elected in order to get closer to parity. We're certainly making progress, but there's a ways to go.
Sinsdak says when women run for office, they win, and that's good for democracy. She says research shows women are more likely to build consensus among lawmakers and work across the aisle. The election of Republican Kelly Ayotte as New Hampshire's next governor means a record 13 women will serve as a state chief executive next year, including Maine Governor Janet Mills. Sinsdak says these women serve as role models for other women to run for public office, but adds recruitment efforts for women candidates are still lacking. I'm Catherine Carley.
Next to Nebraska, among the states affected by the recent E. coli outbreak traced to onions in McDonald's hamburgers. Federal officials say they now are certain about the source, but broader questions about the overlap with beef production linger.
This week, key federal agencies closed the investigation that pinpointed onions from a Colorado farm, while also ruling out burger patties. Ahead of that conclusion, some food safety experts wondered more about bacteria and manure from factory farms where livestock is raised, finding its way to produce operations. Florida State University's Prashant Singh explains.
Manure sometimes, if not properly processed, in large operations can spill over fresh produce area.
More specifically, contaminated dust particles from waste at concentrated animal feeding operations can land on fields of lettuce. Separately, a California carrot company last month launched a voluntary recall because of an E. coli outbreak. Environmental groups note many carrots in California are grown near factory farms. Singh points out that meat production has accelerated under evolving technology, with regulations enforced by the USDA. But produce is monitored by the Food and Drug Administration, and he says the resources are vastly different. I'm Mike Moen reporting.
This is Public News Service. A Detroit suburb is undergoing a transformation with funds from the American Rescue Plan Act and the bipartisan infrastructure law.
Canton Charter Township is 31 miles west of Detroit with more than 98,000 residents. It's investing in downtown revitalization, infrastructure upgrades, and future industries such as EVs and clean energy. Canton Supervisor Anne Marie Graham Hudak highlights the energy-efficient projects, which include buildings following energy policy.
We also are building a fourth fire station. We're going to utilize geothermal and solar. We are going to be the first in Michigan headed for zero energy, hopefully, carbon emissions. That's one of our goals.
For 3 years, Canton has earned Michigan's Green Community Gold status, a prestigious award that recognizes communities for their significant efforts in environmental sustainability. Crystal Blair reporting.
Meantime, some experts contend part of the reason that Vice President Kamala Harris lost the 2024 presidential election was because of the intersection of sexism and racism.
Back in 2016, Nevadans supported making Hillary Clinton the first woman president. In 2020, the Silver State backed Joe Biden and Harris, the first woman vice president. But just last month, Nevada was won by now President-elect Donald Trump, co-founder of the Black Voters Matter Fund. LaTosha Brown says despite the loss and Trump's relentless personal attacks on Harris, millions of Americans did vote for her because of what she embodied.
We cannot also accept this idea that because she was a woman and she was Black, that in fact was a scarlet letter for her. In fact, part of the reason why he attacked it because it was a superpower as well.
Brown argues that while Trump made a conscious effort to weaponize gender and race, it also was what made Harris so attractive to many others. I'm Alex Gonzalez reporting.
And the final federal plans for greater sage grouse habitat in Wyoming and other western states were met with criticism last month. But some say the overdue plans need to be passed.
The final environmental impact statement from the U.S. Department of the Interior revises policies on nearly half of sage-grouse habitat across 10 states. Some environmental advocates say the plans aren't protective enough for the birds, whose populations have declined about 80% across their range since the mid-1960s. But Allison Holloran with Audubon Rockies says work needs to be able to happen on the ground now.
We have wasted 10 years. We have serious issues with climate and drought, in invasive species, wildfire, eating up our sagebrush. These plans have an ability to put our words into action, finally.
I'm Kathleen Shannon.
This is Mike Clifford for Public News Service, member and listener supported. Here's some radio stations big and small, your favorite podcast platform. Find our trust indicators at publicnewsservice.org.
Don't forget, you can listen online too at kchw.org.
Good morning. Welcome back to the KCHW Morning Show. I'm back with myself, Chuck Ritchie, and Scott Allen. And Scott, I did some Christmas decorating during the break.
Really?
Yeah,
you did?
yeah. I put lights up behind me during the break.
That looks wonderful.
No, it doesn't. They're hastily put up in a couple of microphone stands during the break.
All right.
Festive feeling.
Chuck.
Yes, sir.
I have something I want to play for you.
Okay.
All right, I played this for my good friends.
I will love you always. I will love you as my queen and as the wife of my best friend. And while you live, I will love no other.
You tell your wife I played that for you.
Sure, absolutely. She'll love it, Scott. Why am I been wasting all my time with you all these years?
All right, Chuck, local birthdays. Do you have some for us today? I mean, what are we looking at here? We're looking at the 5th of December.
We do. We have a couple today. We have Luke Robbins and Ashley Murray with birthdays today.
All right. Round of applause for them. You know them, you love them, see them around town, point and laugh. Tell them we talked about them on the radio. All right, celebrity birthdays. Comedian Margaret Cho, I love her. She's turning 56 today. Catherine Tate from Doctor Who is 55.
Also love her.
Paula Patton from Warcraft and Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol, 49. Gabrielle Luna from Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., 42. Frankie Muniz from Malcolm in the Middle, 39. I'm so old.
Have you heard about some of his health issues that he's had? Frankie Muniz. He has that problem. He developed that disease where he can't remember anything. He has no recollection of ever filming the show. He has like a sort of a rotational memory loss where he only has short-term memories. Pretty sad. Pretty sad. Yeah, right?
Short-term memory, so he'd remember me.
So pretty much he's just a guy, you know. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, he's dealing with it, and he's
horrible.
doing good. He's been back in movies and stuff lately too. He's getting back into acting again, so that's good.
Diego Velasquez from the Thundermans is 23. That comes out soon, doesn't it?
No idea what that is.
Okay. Ava Kolker, Girl Meets World and Scary Movie 5, 18. There you go, celebrity birthdays. Moving on to history with Chuck.
That's right. That's right. So today in 1968, aides to President Richard Nixon mailed out 66,000 letters signed by Nixon to potential administrative office holders. Among those receiving one was Elvis Presley. So he tried to recruit Elvis Presley to hold an office in his cabinet. That's interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
the Department of Leg Shaking.
Right. Oh.
Well.
1970, Judy Collins' recording of Amazing Grace entered the British music charts. It would exit and re-enter 7 times in 2 years, totaling 67 weeks on the chart. Is that the traditional Amazing Grace song, right?
I would say so, yeah.
Isn't that older than 1970, or was it just her cover of it?
Maybe her cover.
Yeah. Let's see. In 1992, the Denver Post quoted a Department of Energy memo showing that a vital safety system at the Rocky Flats nuclear weapons plant required 43 workers to change a light bulb. It is a government facility. Let's see. 2002. I had to read ahead of this one just because around that time stories about Richard Gere were, sketchy.
Yeah.
2002, actor Richard Gere won a Plain English Campaign's Foot in the Mouth Award in Britain for the year's most baffling celebrity quote. Gere won the award after telling somebody at a Sunday newspaper, "I know who I am. No one else knows who I am. If I was a giraffe and somebody said I was a snake, I'd think, no, actually I am a giraffe."
Wow.
So crazy someplace else. We're all stocked up here.
Ironically, makes more sense than anything Trump said during his campaign. This one, 2008, the late O.J. Simpson was sentenced to 33 years in prison for kidnapping and armed robbery. Well,
You're just stealing my own stuff.
And that's exactly what he did, right? He was stealing back his own stuff. Yeah. Okay, and we're going to skip that one. Oh, so in 2017, Russia was banned from the next Winter Olympics in South Korea over state-sponsored doping.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Surprise. Skip the next one, too.
Yep, I will. 2023, writer-producer developer Norman Lear, who revolutionized American comedy with such daring popularity, such as All in the Family, passed away. He was 101 years old. I read that one because 101 years old. That's impressive.
Yes.
Yeah. He'd been making sitcoms that whole entire time. Yeah.
All right. Special events for today. First one up, AFL-CIO Day.
I'll give you a quarter if you can tell me what it means.
Go ahead.
No, I said I'll give you a quarter if you can tell me what it means.
I don't know. I've heard it before, though. Should we Google it? Because we're dumb.
All right, I'm gonna Google it while you do the next one.
It's gonna be really embarrassing. I think it's something about rights.
Oh, I've got it here.
Right.
It's celebrated on December 5th to commemorate the founding of the American Federation of Labor and the Congress of International Organizations, AFL-CIO. It's a trade union center that represents more than 12.5 million people through 60 national and labor unions. So it's a massive labor union. Okay. I knew it was something like that.
All right. We'll be doing this later today. It's Bathtub Party Day. Whoop, whoop. Whoop. Yeah, because
we are two wild and crazy guys.
I'll send you the Zoom invite.
Okay, you get in first. Here you get in first, Chuck, and here's your toaster.
Hey, Scott, your face is turning red again.
Talk to the hand, Chuck. Talk to the hand. All right. Blue Jeans Day, Comfort Food Day, commute with your baby day, communicate with your kids day, and commute with your baby day again. Go two places, take the baby.
That's if you have two babies, I guess.
It's Repeal Day, World Soil Day.
I repeal you.
and that's not your pants, it's the ground.
Okay.
All right. And the final one, Chuck, this is something I practice each and every year. It's International Day of the Ninja. Oh. Would you like to see some of my ninja abilities on camera, Chuck?
Yeah, I would.
All right, here you go. I just disappeared.
Oh, wow. Good job.
Yeah. It's pretty impressive, huh?
I was going to say, when I don't show up for a meeting or when I'm supposed to be somewhere and I'm not, I just tell people I was there. I'm just a ninja. You didn't see me.
Yeah, ninja, huh?
Yeah.
All right, I'm back, just like a ninja.
Wow. Oh, wow. Good
Thanks.
job. That was impressive, Scott. My goodness.
Thank you. I practiced it last night, too. All right, number for the day is 1 billion, Chuck, and this is the number of Smarties rolls cranked out each year by the Smarties Candy Company, which was founded in 1949, which is not dumb.
Which is not dumb.
Smartie.
You know, I am the only person in my house that doesn't like those sugary chalk candies. And they'll buy like at Halloween, they'll buy like the big bags with just the Smarties in them and sit there and eat them all. And I'm like, I don't get it. I don't get it.
Gives me heartburn.
They taste like
gives me heartburn.
Yeah, they taste like nothing, but a little bit of sweet, maybe a little bit of sour. I don't know. All right.
Let's move on a little bit here. Let's go to our news and nuggets section. But first, a couple things from entertainment. A great Christmas light fight. We mentioned this. It's always fun. 8 p.m. Eastern tonight, ABC. 4 families compete in the season 12 premiere for the $50,000 prize. Who does the best house lights?
That's why I hung my lights up during the break, Scott.
Excellent.
In honor of the great...
You're in the game. All right. How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Oh.
Tonight, 8 p.m. on NBC. And Boris Karloff narrates the animated classic.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Foodies, new. It's Hell's Kitchen. The chef faces a blind taste test.
Oh, the blind taste test episode. That's always a good one. Yep.
You're into that kitchen stuff. Crime Scene Kitchen, 9 p.m. Fox. It's a new one. Final 3 teams compete in an epic 2-bake finale.
I watched both of those shows, yeah.
All right. Let's see. Series premiere, Creature Commandos. In James Gunn's animated series, Amanda Waller, Viola Davis assembles yet another ragtime team to help save the world from a crisis. Key players include DC characters like Nina Mazursky, G.I. Robot, Eric Frankenstein, which is played by David Harbour.
No.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
The Bride, Adira Varma, Rick Flag Sr., Frank Grillo, Dr. Phosphorus, Alan, how do you say his name? Tudyk?
Alan Tudyk.
Okay, and
National Treasure.
Circe, which I don't know that superhero or anti-superhero. Anya Colada playing that one. So
what show is this?
Tonight. It's called Creature Commandos on Max, new James Gunn movie, who's done a bunch of the DC stuff
Creature
and
Commandos.
Marvel stuff. So
Alan Tudyk is one of my favorite actors of all time. He's absolutely hilarious. Yeah.
All right. We already covered Black Doves, a new series featuring Keira Knightley. That's debuting tonight as well. That's on Netflix. And Gentry Shao versus the Underworld. Ali Wong voices Chinese-American teen Gentry Shao, who suppresses her supernatural abilities until a demon king tries to steal her powers. Lucy Liu, Jimmy O. Yang, and Bowen Yang co-star in that. That's on Netflix tonight as well. Glitter and Greed, the Lisa Frank story, is 4-part docuseries dissects the unraveling of the colorful Lisa Frank brand by interviewing insiders, consumers, and journalists. There you go. That's on TV tonight.
How cool is it that Lucy Liu has been kicking butt for 40 years now?
Yes.
And still doing it. Still doing the action movies. I love it. Yeah.
I always had a huge crush on her.
Oh,
on to News and Nuggets. You got any stories up there grabbing your attention, Chuck?
You know, we did a little bit about this yesterday in the Chihuahua News. Americans spent $13.3 billion on Cyber Monday. Wow. U.S. consumers set a new record this year by spending $13.3 billion on Cyber Monday, with a 7.3% increase from last year. The spending frenzy, part of a 5-day shopping spree that began on Thanksgiving Day, shattered previous sales records, and this was according to Adobe Analytics. The surge in spending was not limited to the U.S. alone, as global sales also reached new heights at $49.7 billion, marking a 3% increase overall from last year. Consumer electronics topped the list of best-selling products. Mobile shopping played a significant role in the driving of these record sales, with mobile devices accounting for $7.6 billion and spending on Cyber Monday itself. The rise in popularity of buy now, pay later programs also contributed to the record-breaking spending, with nearly $1 billion in transactions occurring through that payment method.
$1 billion on credit. Ow.
Oh, man.
Ow.
You know,
ow.
I myself did get a new mobile device this year, but it's because I smashed mine with a piece of wood last weekend.
Oh.
And it was...
That's huge. At this rate, you know, of this 5 to 7% increase in online shopping every Christmas, I think the undoing of the big box stores continues.
I think so. And I think there's sort of a divide between the online and the big box stores, where I think there's equal part more people shopping online, especially, I think COVID kind of got us in that pattern. And more people, I think, are also starting to shop local. So I think the poor big box stores are getting left out of the equation, Scott. Poor guys. Poor guys.
All right. Little winter news. 9 in 10 Americans don't trust other drivers to stay safe on the road during the winter. That extends to our loved ones. Almost a quarter, 23%, avoid riding with friends and family during the winter because they don't trust their driving. Wow.
I no longer ride in a vehicle with my mom. That's been a while now, but she's gotten to the point now where if I'm visiting, she just hands me the keys.
I knew you won't go anywhere with me, so here.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think my dad will either. Yeah.
All right, Chuck, we got time for a couple more.
Yeah. So children tend to read more in the presence of dogs. I actually really like this. If you'd like your kids to read more books, a study offered up a furry solution. Researchers at the University of British Columbia found that simply sitting down with a book in the presence of a dog can help your children read more, help motivate them. The study focused on whether a child would be motivated to continue reading longer and persevere through moderately more challenging sections of a book when they're accompanied by a dog. The findings showed that children spent significantly more time reading and showed more persistence when a dog, regardless of the breed or age, was in the room as opposed to when they read without them. Well,
They never really say why, though.
I think there's just something relaxing about sitting down, you get a comfy seat, dog in your lap, reading a book. It's just, it's warm fuzzies. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if you get a fire going, warm blankie, your dog, cup of coffee. I'll be back. I'm gonna go home, read a book with my dog.
I'm so afraid of what your answer is going to be to the question at the end of this next story, Chuck. Survey favorite smells includes freshly baked bread, clean sheets, freshly mowed grass in the top 3 spots. Survey 4,000 adults also found respondents were fond of odors from flowers. Freshly ground coffee, always. I love it when you open the can for the first time. Fresh air after the rain, vanilla, chocolate, and cooking bacon. Chuck, what are your 3 top favorite smells?
Well, a lot of those are in there. I mean, you can't beat the smell of baked bread. The grass. I mean, grass to me, I've got a couple weird ones. The smell of gasoline reminds me of taking road trips with the family. And people look at me sideways for doing this. I have to do it. I can't help myself. The smell of money. It has a very specific smell.
Ew.
And I know it's gross.
It's like BO after it's been in somebody's wallet. Yuck.
I know it's
Chuck.
gross, but yeah, I do it. I've been.
I can't wait till I see you again. I'm home with my wallet and take out $1 and tell you to sniff it and tell me if it's good.
I still do it as an adult, and since I was a kid, my parents used to tell me, "Stop smelling everything, Chuck."
Oh, I love the smell of germs. Okay, go. That's good.
I smell things. I don't know. It's one of my quirks, I guess. I smell things. Not as much as Biden does, but I do smell things.
Just not people's hair.
Right. Yeah.
All right. So that was it. That's your 3?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
All right. I'm going to go with feet, armpits, and breath, but only mine.
Hey, ew. That's the worst of all, Scott.
3 favorite smells. Could have been worse. Just saying.
I like the smell of my own belly button.
All right. One more story, Chuck. We'll each do one more, and we'll head for odd news.
All right. So this one here is one that our own legislature in Washington State's going diving back into. Hopefully they'll pass it this time. Musk's Doge, I don't know what that even means, proposed axing daylight savings time. In a bid to conserve fuel during World War I, the U.S. introduced daylight savings time in 1918. Fast forward to today, many find the practice unnecessary, even troublesome. I know I've cited some studies in the past about how it actually contributes to a number of mental illnesses. Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy have proposed abolishing the daylight savings time, something many Americans have been asking for years. Research shows that the time change leads to an increase in car crashes. A 2020 study indicated a 6% rise in accidents after the clocks move forward. Sleep deprivation, darker commutes, circadian rhythm disruptions all play a role. Muscami will be running the Department of Government Efficiency together. Oh, Muscami will be running.
Russ. It's hard. He's got a really hard name to say.
Muscami. Oh, you know what it is? Because that is, let's see.
Musk and his name put together.
Yeah, Ramaswamy, Musksami. Yeah, it's a bromance. They'll be running the Department of Government Efficiency together. While killing daylight savings time won't save the government money, it's not the only thing they're also going to kill within the government. It will rescue our body clocks and probably save more than a few lives.
All right.
And I know in Alaska, the daylight savings time was a huge thing. They sold the SAD lights, the seasonal affective disorder lights. They put out health warnings. There's hotline numbers you can call if you're having any kind of disruption or feeling suicidal, any of that kind of stuff. A lot of it was directly related to that sudden loss of that hour, where it's already the time moves so fast, the time change happens. Sometimes we lose 10, 15 minutes per day during the peak times. And then you hit that hour and it is just demoralizing. When one day you come home from work and you still get a little glimmer of light, and then the next day it's pitch black at your lunch break. It's not good. I don't understand the purpose of it. So there you go.
So Dogecoin, if you haven't heard of that before, it's a cryptocurrency. It was created by software engineers Billy Marcus and Jackson Palmer, who decided to create a payment system as a joke, making fun of the wild speculation in cryptocurrencies at the time, like Bitcoin. Considered both the first meme coin and specifically the first dog coin. Now, despite its satirical nature, some consider it a legitimate investment project. At some point, and it doesn't say in this, it was taken over by Elon Musk. It's Musk money. And from the sound of that, you don't want it.
No.
All right, let's move on today and wrap up the show. We save it till the end because it's probably the funnest. It's the Goofy Criminals and more for Odd News.
Slap some bacon on a biscuit and let's go. We're burning daylight.
It's the world of strange. A world gone wacky.
Out here, due process is a bullet.
And some of the scariest people on the planet.
I think you're bluffing. Be afraid.
You look mighty pretty when you get mad.
It's your Odd News on KCHW.
Just sit back and enjoy the show.
It's the wonderful world of weird, and we always kick it off with the news attack. First sentence true, second sentence bad joke, and here comes Chuck.
That's right. As we just said, U.S. consumers set a new record by spending $13.3 billion on Cyber Monday. Yeah, we're definitely more committed to those online deals than we are to our New Year's resolutions.
Study found that coffee shop festive themed for hot drinks have the same amount of Study found that coffee shop festive themed hot drinks have the same amount of sugar as 3 cans of Coca-Cola. 3 times the sugar, 10 times the uppity.
My 84-ounce Starbucks Sugar Max drink. Yeah. Some of the stuff they put in those, man, people just chug them down by the gallon. I see people get 2 or 3 of those big, 24, 40-ounce drinks, whatever, and they'll just sit there all day, and they'll go get another one, and they're like $12 drinks, Yeah.
I wonder what the percentage of people that do one of those festive-themed drinks is that find out they have diabetes after drinking it and have to go to the hospital because they can't see.
Right. Diabetes.
Yeah. Diabetes.
Why are my toes tingling? This drink makes me tingly. No, that's neuropathy. All right, less than 3 weeks until Christmas. If you wait much longer, you won't be able to order a Lamborghini in time to put it under my tree, Scott.
Oh, I'll get on it.
At this point, I'd rather have a big truck, but of course, those right now cost more than a Lamborghini.
It's shopping season, Chuck. I think retailers are collecting way too much personal information on us. I took one day off from Christmas shopping and got get well cards from a dozen online companies.
Are you okay? Timu sending me messages. You haven't visited us.
Amazon Prime. Want to know why I'm skipping a delivery day?
Wow. That's not accurate. That's not inaccurate, though. A British researcher discovered that mushrooms do talk to each other and know up to 50 words. Wow. But just a warning, guys, if the green beans come around and invite you to a casserole party, ignore them.
Not going to be good.
Just say no, mushrooms. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to go backwards. I think we missed one.
Uh-oh.
Survey finds that the higher a person's income, the happier they are with their lives.
They say money can't buy that.
Gosh, and I've had it reversed all this time. All along, I've been thinking the more bill collectors, the happier I'll be.
This next one here, a study found that people with the largest number of close friends have the greatest degree of pain tolerance. Yeah, that does make sense. You need a high degree of pain tolerance to sit through all those gender reveal parties.
All right, obesity experts say, obesity experts say children should get an hour of exercise every day. Bad news, though, the list of approved exercises do not include running your mouth, throwing a fit, or pounding on a keyboard.
Oh, man. Man.
I miss running my mouth. Oh, I just did it. All right, on to the world of wacky but true. Don't add anything to our next stories, but clips from television and movies, and we saved the best to last.
Yeah. Is it my turn?
It is.
Okay. So Japan's largest investment bank is under scrutiny after an ex-employee was charged with attempting to kill clients. Wow, that's not the kind of thing you normally get from a bank. The employee allegedly robbed clients and set fire to their home during a visit.
Wow.
Fire similar to the shade of your
Something
face.
was all pretty clear. The answer was fewer clients, less money, more attention.
What's going on? It's either the 4th of July or someone's trying to kill us.
Let's not jump to conclusions. We don't know he's trying to kill us.
Why are you trying to kill us?
Okay, Milton.
And, no, it's not okay because if they take my stapler, then I'll set the building on fire.
I'll just
Take
set
my stapler out, set the building on fire.
I'll just set the radio station on fire. No, I won't.
Sorry I cut you off on that one. Did you have a clever comment?
Oh, no. I was just commenting on the color of your face right now, Scott.
Oh, I'm getting even redder.
You are. That is impressive.
I am magic. Talk to the hand. There you go. Back to normal.
That is funny.
All right. Recent psychic night at a hotel in Scotland was abruptly canceled due to unforeseen circumstances. What? At a psychic fair? It was much to the disappointment of ticket holders. The event generated a flurry of humorous reactions on social media as the news of the cancellation spread. Witty comments flooded in, such as, thought they would have seen that coming, and not a great advertisement for the psychics, is it?
Hey, you didn't see that coming, laddie, did you?
Hotel plans to reschedule Psychic Night for January. And if you didn't know, I have my own psychic thing going on.
Greetings, and thanks for calling the Second Sight Detective Agency. We know who you are and what you want. So at the sound of the tone, please hang up.
Yeah.
I love it. And this one, a British chef's plea to thieves to return $2,500 in stolen pot pies, or 2,500 stolen pot pies, went unanswered. Yeah, as police found the van abandoned and the food too damaged to eat. Oh, that's sad. Tommy Banks, owner of 2 restaurants and a pub, reported the theft of his van and cargo of steak and ale, turkey, and butternut squash pot pies intended for a Christmas market. Ooh, now I am hungry. The food valued at $32,000 was insured, but Banks implored the thieves to not let it go to waste. Police found the van 30 miles from where it was taken. The pot pies were still inside, but too damaged to be consumed.
Lord.
What kind of a dinner is this? Where's the turkey, Chuck? Don't you know anything about dinners? Where's the mashed potatoes? Where's the cranberry sauce? Where's the pumpkin pie?
Who fixed me turkey pot pie?
Yes, keep smelling. You catch the human, and then I will make human pot pie!
That's the Christmas spirit, my little Smurfs.
We're ruining.
They're all in a van down by the river. Oh,
Yep,
man.
yep.
That's really, really sad. Oh.
2 men are serving jail time in China after stealing a luxury car and taking it for a joyride. Men found the key fob to an Audi. Oh, it was left on an ATM. When they pressed the fob's auto unlock button, the car beeped from roughly 200 feet away. Because neither man knew how to drive, they hunkered down in an internet cafe to learn how to drive and, of course, even start the vehicle. After an hour or so of cramming, they drove off with the car, but were caught after running a red light.
Driving a car is not the kind of thing you can learn in an hour on the internet. One of the few things you can't learn in an hour on the internet.
They should have taken an extra half hour and read the driver's guide.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, I got this.
You stole my wife! But you're not stealing my car!
Either one of you know how to drive? No? Oh, that's no problem.
I knew you couldn't drive. I didn't know you couldn't read.
But I can't drive! Details.
Good man. Drive carefully. Good luck. Good hunting. Can't be too careful. A lot of bad drivers out there.
Hi, this is my car. What I mean is, somebody stole. No, I mean, I lost my car, see, and I want to thank you 2 guys for finding it.
Good luck.
Was that Ron Howard?
It was for American Graffiti. Yeah.
Okay, so
but I'm not sure if it was Ron Howard.
He was in that, wasn't he?
Yes.
Yeah. I think that was Ron Howard. Yeah. Last one here. A man in the UK was arrested for allegedly using a hamburger to assault his wife at a fast food joint. Police say the fight started with some name calling. At some point, the woman apparently poured soda on her husband's hamburger, causing him to grab the sandwich, rub it in her face, and start throwing food. He left. She went to a police station to report the incident.
Ooh.
Since when is a food fight a crime?
Especially when you're married.
Right?
Maybe it's the whole face thing.
Yeah.
Remember, one look from her is enough. If you must see her, use the inside of your shield as a mirror. Her reflection cannot harm you.
Medusa.
Never look her in the face.
Buddha's name be praised. I enjoy good food and wine, and I love a fight.
You devil! How could a woman stoop to such a trick?
She's the devil.
She's not the devil. She's the most beautiful woman in the world.
Sabrina, don't just stare at it. Eat it.
I'm not asking you anymore. I'm telling you. Eat it.
No, have mercy.
Match point! You can just start packing up, honey, because I believe you're about to eat it!
I would like to buy the burger.
I would like to buy a hamburger.
I would like to buy a hamburger.
I would like to buy a hamburger.
I would like to buy a burger.
I would like to buy a hamburger.
The burger.
The burger. All right, Chuck, have you ever shoved a hamburger in anyone's face?
Honestly, I don't know the answer to that. That is possibly a yes. There's enough doubt in my mind to think that maybe at some point or another in my life I have.
All right, and I don't think Ron Howard was not in American Graffiti. It was some other movie like that though, around the same era.
Okay.
All right, that wraps up our show for today. Chuck, lowdown on what's happening on the radio tonight. I mean, and on the radio tomorrow.
Yeah. So tonight from 6 to 8 p.m. is Out of the Woods. 8 to 9 p.m. Kelton a Twist. Then from 9 to 11 p.m. is Acoustic Cafe. You can tune in right here tomorrow with the morning show. It'll be myself, Paula, and Craig McQuain. We actually have a great guest on tomorrow. It's Justin Priest from Spokane. He's got a new album out that is blowing up. So we're going to have him on the show to talk about that. He's also working on a project with a gentleman, Donnie Emerson, who in 2022, a film was released about their story. They were, Donnie and his friend in the 1970s, their parents had an extra building on their farm. They converted it to a sort of rudimentary recording studio, recorded an album that was lost to history. Flash forward 40 some odd years later, somebody discovered that album and sort of got it into some other hands, where that album then blew up and became a pretty major success. They made a film about it starring Zooey Deschanel in 2022. And Justin, I believe, is working on a project now with Donnie Emerson from the Dream and Wild fame. And so he's so he's going to be on tomorrow morning to talk about some of the stuff he's got going on. The week after that, we have another guest whose name is escaping me at the moment. But then tomorrow night on the radio, we have Best Classic Rock and More with Old Man Mark live in the studio. 8 to 10, The Psychedelic Era. 10 to 11, Days of Confusion.
All right. Now I want to send out the board members, and Chuck had a meeting this week, and it was mentioned that we sold out of musical Christmas cards for the holiday season. That's a major fundraiser for us because it helps us pay our music licensing for 2025. It gets us halfway there, and we really, really appreciate everybody that got musical Christmas cards again. So when you hear from a family, if it's a friend of yours, tell them thank you for supporting public radio. If you hear one at a business and you're going in there, tell them thank you for supporting public radio, because without things like this, the music would not play on. So big round of applause for everybody that got a musical Christmas card.
And I'm not being sarcastic. I actually really do enjoy getting those ready and getting those prepared. So it's kind of fun.
And they're rolling now. So
yeah, they are.
It's cool. All right.
Speaking of, we got to go. I got to get those on.
All right. Have a great day. Keep on listening to Northern Lights Public Radio. We are KCHW 102.7.
Some of us here, particularly me, would like to buy you a drink and shake your hand.
Maybe not necessarily in that order.
Before noon.
Bye, everybody.
That's amazing.
Well, I'm in the amazing business.
Go ahead and run. Run home and cry to mama.
Alrighty.